Hi, I'm Dr. V and welcome to the channel where we'll be covering a variety of health related topics from curious conditions to scientific studies and just everyday type of thing that we see here in our office. Now, Halloween is just around the corner, so what better way to kickstart this first episode than with an interesting spooky case involving voodoo and a zombie.
I'm sorry, what?
This is the interesting case of Mr. Clairvius Narcisse. Now, I first came across this case while I was in college researching a chemistry assignment on tetrodotoxin. It's a biotoxin produced by the pufferfish. That's something that'll come into play later on in the story. Really, this story is about Mr. Clairvius Narcisse. He was born in Haiti in 1922, and at the age of 40, he became mysteriously ill. He admitted himself to the Schweitzer Hospital in Haiti, where he was cared for by both American and Haitian doctors. Over the next few days, however, his condition continued to worsen, and despite the doctor's best efforts, Clairvius unfortunately passed away. His body was moved to cold storage for almost 24 hours, after which he was placed into a coffin. It was nailed shut and he was buried. Now, you would think that this would be the end of the story. Well, not exactly. You see, 18 years go by, and while one of his sisters was shopping in the village market, she was approached by a man who whispered something in her ear. She turned and was in complete shock because standing right in front of her was none other than her brother Clairvius, the same man who died and was buried 18 years earlier. Now, right now, you're probably thinking the same thing that the whole village and his family were thinking. That is,
What the what?
Okay, I'm confused right now.
Clairvius had an interesting story to tell, one that would forever tie him to the Haitian zombie folklore. According to Clairvius, he was conscious the whole time that he was in the hospital, including when he was declared dead and placed into the cold storage area and when he was buried. He said that he was completely paralyzed and couldn't show any signs of life. He couldn't scream, he couldn't move a muscle, he couldn't do anything.
But he was dead. Their doctor certified him.
But he wasn't. He wasn't.
This man was buried alive.
He went on to say that soon after he was buried, a voodoo sorcerer had exhumed his body and he was given an unknown potions that kept him under his master's control, who used him as a slave along with others to work a sugar cane plantation. Just after 2 years of working as a slave, his master died and the potions were no longer being administered. As a result, he slowly began to regain his mind and his body again. Now, I'm not exactly sure why it still took another 16 years before he made contact with his sister that day in the market, but there's some reports that say that he felt that his brother had tried to kill him and that he pretty much laid low until he found out that his brother had passed away, and that's when he felt that it was safe to come back.
I'm back.
As you can imagine, this attracted international attention, including that of Canadian Wade Davis. He's an anthropologist and an ethnobotanist who investigated Clairvius's case, and he wrote about it in his book, The Serpent and the Rainbow, which was later made into a movie by the same name, directed by Wes Craven and starring Bill Pullman. Now, Mr. Davis believes that tetrodotoxin, the same chemical I was researching earlier, was used by the voodoo sorcerer. As for Mr. Clairvius, he passed away again in 1994 at the age of 72.
But I think thanks about covers it.
I hope y'all found this Halloween episode interesting. Until next time, take care, everybody.